All right, so we're live on a Friday evening, and joining me for this stream, I'm joined with some friends and family. So I got my twin bro, Darren. Darren, how's it going?
So, good, thanks. How are you?
Uh, I'm pretty good. And Keith's with us, man. How are you doing?
Good. Nice to meet you, Darren.
Nice to meet you as well, Keith. Thanks.
And then we also got Sam, sorry, from the Sands of Time channel. How's it going, bro?
Yeah, pretty good. How are we all doing today?
Good,
Oh,
man.
good.
How's it down under?
Down under. Chilly morning, but going well. Yeah.
First of
Nice,
all, I
man.
love how Darren was commenting on Sanjay's live stream for the longest time, and we never
Oh,
knew that
yeah.
he was your brother. You just like kept the secret there.
I did. I spilled the beans the first live stream that I actually held on this channel. So, but yeah, I kind of left that to the imagination. And hey, everyone who's joined in the chat. So far, let's see. We got Dan. Thanks for joining, man. And I think Sanjay might be joining us a little bit later, but I'm not too sure. Why don't we start off with a quick wrist check? So, Darren, what do you got on the wrist today?
It's classic SARB, 035 or 33, pardon me.
Very nice. Classic. How about you, Keith?
I'm gonna try on wrist the Oris Aquis
Ooh, yeah.
39 and a half.
Oh, wow. How are you liking that?
Motion. I really like it. I love the look of it. It takes a little getting used to because the head of the watch is a little heavy, but overall, I really like it.
Yeah,
Really
I'm
nice.
considering getting an Oris Aquis with the 400 caliber at some
Oh,
point.
really?
You see Teddy's video on it yesterday?
Yeah, I think the new 41.5 millimeter.
Yeah, it looks good.
Looks nice.
Yeah.
With the new
Would you go
color.
41.5 or 43?
Yeah, that's a tough call because my wrist can accommodate either size. I don't know. I would maybe go 43 just for a bit of wrist presence, to be honest.
You had a
Do
43
you like that blue
before,
color
right?
then? Oh.
Yeah, I had one. Hey, Sanjay.
Oh,
Thanks
hey,
for-
Sanjay.
Hey,
I made it.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Sorry.
Right
Yeah,
under
it was a
63 math,
hectic
or?
evening, right? You had dinner and then you had some surprise from Bobby and
Yeah, yeah. We're not allowed to talk about it, but he's got some nice pieces.
yeah. I haven't figured out. Unfortunately I missed the reveal, so I guess I'll follow up with him maybe later on Discord. I don't know.
yeah. I'm sure he'd like to share with you too.
Yeah, we were just doing a quick wrist check. So what are you wearing tonight, Sanjay?
I'm just wearing my. Let me get it out for you guys. My
Oh wow,
Legacy Master
Ooh.
Necton.
very nice.
Yeah, I actually just picked this up on Monday, so premiere for you, Torin. I haven't even shown an unboxing on my channel, so.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exclusive, guys. So
Yep.
Thanks, Sanjay.
the Necton.
Sam, how about you? I can probably
Mine-
guess what you're wearing, but
Yeah, it's a 50% chance you can easily guess it.
is it
I'm
the
wearing-
Casio? No.
Oh,
No, it's actually the Larco today. So
Ooh,
this
nice
is what I
one.
got on.
Nice.
Yeah, currently just wearing a 2-watch rotation at the moment. So yeah,
Awesome. And for my own quick wrist check, I forgot to take this off, but it's my first time reveal of my latest acquisition as well, and it is.
Whoa, what is it? What is it?
Can't see.
Citizen. Yes. Oh,
Hey!
Whoa, is that a C4?
nice.
Yeah, it's a C4.
Nice.
Get out of here, man. Where'd you get that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fortunately, there was another seller on the Canada Watch Club forums that had one, so I snapped it up.
Nice.
Very nice, man.
Good so
Very
Yeah.
far.
What
And,
was Darren and Keith wearing?
I got my Oris Aquis on.
Oh, nice.
Darren has a SARB.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good stuff, Darren.
Nice, man. I really liked your 60 free mass video from yesterday.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. I appreciate that.
All right, and we got some other people joining. Hey, Bill, thanks for joining the stream today. Let us know what you're wearing in the chat as well if you get a chance. So this weekend is it's the Father's Day weekend coming up, and I just thought it would be kind of a fun topic to quickly discuss. What type of Father's Day gifts would you get for the budding watch enthusiast? What's worked in the past for you, or is it, have you had kind of some interesting stories around trying to get the perfect Father's Day gift for a watch enthusiast or not? So, I'll kind of start. Maybe Darren and I will share the same story because we're twins, but our father's quite practical, actually. So, and he is into watches, kind of. He's very particular about his watches. He has I think he got a couple from like Amazon or AliExpress or something like that. He just wants something that's really legible with a large date because he's in his 70s, so he wants something very visible. But last year, my mom requested that we pick him up one of the new Seiko 5 series watches. I don't know if you remember, Darren. We picked up the maroon Dress KX with the mesh bracelet for my father.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And
Maroon one.
if I can bring, no, I don't have it up with me, but it was unfortunate because I think he wore it for like all of 1 week, and he just didn't think it was really comfortable. So he gave it back to me to return to Amazon, unfortunately. So
Oh no.
I was going to bring that up because my dad just noticed my watch one day, and he's like, "Oh, I've always thought about wearing a watch, but I fear that it would be like annoying to have in my wrist." So my question was going to be like, what's a good watch? If that was the main thing, buying someone a first watch, what's like the most comfortable thing that you would go for? And I guess, I would probably buy him a quartz too. So any quartz, I would think, on a strap would be pretty comfortable. But yeah, that's the thing. You might not enjoy. So it was annoying for him to wear.
yeah, for my dad. Well, you brought up a good point too. I think he mostly owns quartz timepieces, and this being the automatic with the Seiko NH36, I believe, in it. I think he might have just was a little bothered by having to manually wind it every now and then. And I don't think he liked the mesh bracelet because it was like a non-tapering mesh. And with those Seiko Dress KXs, I think it's still a 22 millimeter lug width, right? So
I want to say it's 20.
Oh, is it? Okay.
They are 20. But the 5KX, would this be the one with the diving bezel? Still? Or?
Yeah, diving bezel,
Oh.
mesh bracelet, maroon or red.
Oh, okay.
Right, yeah. Those are 22. Yeah.
Those are 22? Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering because I'm
yeah.
like, I don't remember a maroon Dress KX. Yeah. So it's a diver. Okay.
Sorry, you're right. I gotta know my Seiko lingo a little bit better. I'm not like Sanjay who just knows every like model number.
Well, I must say, I like 2 days ago I watched your review of the Dress KX, but I don't think you used that term during the review because I've been kind of looking at them too, and you reviewed a blue one, which I really liked.
That one's actually quite nice. I think they make really good, like the price points there, and I think those particular ones with the fixed bezel are quite nice. But to your point, Keith, I agree. I think in the future, maybe try and pick up a watch that maybe is on a strap, like something more comfortable. And if it's a quartz watch too, it's nice because it's a little bit lighter, probably thinner, and you don't have to worry about having to, keep winding it or keep wearing it.
Yeah.
So I just want to quickly go down to the chat, see what everyone's wearing. So Darren's got the Synchron Military, very nice. Luke, thanks for joining. You got the Fortis color. Fortis is a brand I want to pick up. I really like their Space Matic. I think it's a great pilot's watch. Bill's got the new Mito Ocean Star GMT on bracelet. Very nice pickup. I really like the Ocean Star in general, but I haven't seen the GMT one, but I'm sure it's quite good. And Luke's mentioning, yeah, for some reason the lugs of the 5KX digs into his wrist more so than the SKX. That could be the case. You mean the crown lugs? Okay. Yeah, so definitely comfort, I think, does factor into it for sure. How about you guys? Have you maybe even not just a watch in general, but like any other watch-related apparel you thought about having for like a Father's Day gift, or if you received as a gift? Darren and I aren't parents, but
yeah. So I was thinking, as a kid, my dad always was never really got to. My dad was really cheap, so he never really purchased anything for himself, even when his razors were really dull. So as a kid, I'd always buy him like a pack of razors. And I was thinking, now that I'm getting older, I should probably step it up a bit. So if you would purchase the new Omega Speedmaster with a bit of shaving cream, it's really easy to get the hair right off your chin. So I think this would be a great gift for all the dads out there.
A little more pricey than the regular box of razors, for sure.
Yes, that's true.
although
but,
it really is the best a man can get, I think.
I mean, I've been wanting to do that all day, so
Nice.
hope I made you guys laugh.
Yeah. Hey, we got Bobby Legs in the house. Thanks for joining, man. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Dan mentions I'm too picky to gift me a watch unless I explicitly say what I want in a certain model, and I can echo that.
Oh yeah.
My girlfriend's been guilty of getting me a watch that's like not really on my radar, and then I kind of have to like flip it secretly. Hope she doesn't remember.
On the DL.
Yeah, on the DL.
My wife.
My wife actually played a trick on me. I think it was my birthday, or it could have been last year's Father's Day, but she got me like this box, and I was thinking, okay, what could this be? This looks like a watch box. It was really little, and I was super excited, so I opened it up and I pulled it out, and it was just this dollar store watch, and it had like a paper dial. The strap was cardboard, and I looked at her and she was just laughing her head off, but I was really offended. It's like,
so she was trolling you pretty hard there.
Yeah, I was like, oh, like well, how much was it? $4? The $4 you wasted. But I think she got her money's worth, because I had quite a reaction to that. It was
Nice.
It was, it was huge too. It was like a dinner plate. Like, I guess you get your money's worth in material, but it was huge.
I assume there was a real gift after that, or was
Yes.
that it? Oh, okay.
No, there was. I think it was this thing. It was a board game.
Oh, okay.
So that it was a really good board game. So it made up for it. So, like that guy, Lost Cities.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Keith? Any experiences like that?
Yeah, people know how picky I am with getting watches or getting anything. I don't think they would ever actually gift me a watch because they know, but I'm the worst person to try and buy. I just don't want anything. That's kind of like the minimalist in me. So anytime, yes, I usually get gift cards or something. I feel bad. I mean, I appreciate anything I get, but I always say, don't get me anything. So, and then in turn, I'm like that with giving gifts with other people. I never know what to get them. I always feel like everyone has that, everything they want. What am I possibly going to get? So in turn, I buy gift cards and feel bad about it too. So that's why I'm curious to see, what you guys say as good gifts, because I'm terrible at it. And I'm seeing my dad tomorrow. I haven't bought a gift yet, but it's probably going to be a gift card. I have one in mind, so we'll see.
You have a gift card in mind?
Yeah. By in mind, I mean my mom gave me the idea.
Oh,
Right. Sam, you've been quiet. Any experiences like that?
I had a birthday in January, and I think some of the people knew I was into watches, so I was gifted this Police branded, the fashion brand Police. So I got gifted this watch, and it was essentially a huge, thick chronograph, and the pushes didn't work. For one, the pushes didn't work. Number two, it has a chronograph layout, but it's got days, so nothing actually worked. And I was just like, this is $150 just wasted. He had a receipt, and I actually felt so guilty. Like I was just like, I got it from this guy. Like I'm not that close with the person, but I felt so bad. Like just looking at the watch, I'm like, I felt so bad for the ignorance. Like the watch doesn't even work. Like I don't mind a fashion brand, but this thing, like, it was, it was oblivion. Like I couldn't deal with it, so I took the receipt, and I didn't want to buy any more watches. Like, so I actually ended up buying some. They had some straps, and I bought some straps instead. But usually I'm like Keith, I don't expect anything. I don't want anything from anyone. But that also in turns makes it harder for me to think of a gift for someone else. So yeah.
Fair enough. But you brought up a good point, I think. And one thing that I kind of worked for our father in the past was just getting him a watch strap. If you kind of know, the size of the lugs on the watch, that way they have a chance to kind of it's a nice gift because it kind of revitalizes the watch a little bit. If it's something like different, if they have like a bracelet and you get like a nice leather strap, then it changes the look a bit.
Yeah, I think I'll also add, because I'm also in another state, I've left the bulk of my collection back home. So whenever there's like an event, so my parents attended a wedding, so he wore my Rado Captain Cook. So he gets to wear pretty much all my watches. So whatever watch is in my collection, theoretically, it'll also belong to my family as well, just the way how things are working. So, yeah.
that would give me severe anxiety.
Oh yeah. Through the roof.
Yeah.
How come you never let me borrow your Rolex, Torrent?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. My wrist is larger than yours, so I don't know if you can pull it off. But yeah.
Well,
Just kidding.
only one way to find out.
Yeah.
Thanks, Keith. Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
To be fair, but Torrent lets me borrow some of his watches, like for backcountry trips and stuff. So
Just not the Rolex.
just not the Rolex.
Well, you can borrow the Rolex, but maybe just don't take it like backcountry canoeing.
Yeah. End up in some lake.
It can handle it.
But it's the Explorer.
Yeah, that's right. We got Juan mentioned besides sharp heads on the new Speedmaster, it's an amazing timepiece. A lot of watch for the price. Yeah, I haven't actually handled a sharp edge, but they look pretty nice. I've watched a lot of reviews. I don't know if you guys have seen them.
I think he meant the sharp edges on this guy. It's actually not that sharp. I was just majorly trolling you guys. It's not that bad.
I think Dan wants to keep it simple. He's saying cash is king. Yeah. Oh yeah, follow up with and a money wire. Yeah, I think Dan's taking your
got my
side there.
back.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Explorer. I mean, that would make one epic video though for my channel if you get some B-roll of that. But
Yeah. Did you see Bob's video? Canoeing, kayaking down by that shipwreck. Bob from.
Oh yeah, I just
Time
watched.
Travel.
The funny thing is where he taped that. That's Jordan Harbor. Darren, I don't know if you saw that. You know the pirate ship?
No, I haven't seen it yet. Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's like 5 minutes from where our parents live, and we grew up in the next town over because it's really close to Vineland in Jordan. So
That's where we learned how to canoe at the camps there. Yeah. Very
Yeah,
nice.
so for me that was very nostalgic. I was actually really excited that he he did that, and I'm probably going to steal that idea at some point because I'm going to take Darren's canoe over there next week.
I actually wanted to take the kids there this weekend, which I still might do. But
if you're in the area, let us know because we're going to be down
we'll
there.
meet up. Yeah, we'll be there.
We're going to be down there. Let's see. Oh, we got Clandestine Luxury joining. How's it going, man? Hope you're having a good Friday. Yeah, so before moving on, I just wanted to see if anyone else thought of like any kind of watch accessories, like maybe some books or watch winders, anything along that line that you've thought about gifting to somebody who's kind of into watches.
I wish I knew someone who was into watches in real life. I only know people on the internet who's into watches.
Well, you can ship me any watch you want, Keith.
Oh, okay.
That new Oris is pretty sweet, actually.
Yeah, so to go back to that really quick. So you like that. So the benefit of the 41.5 versus the 43 is it comes in the 3 different colors, but you like the blue color?
I do. I really like that blue, like that fume kind of sunburst style, and the blue bezel is pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But Teddy, I think, did a review of the green one, which like also looks amazing.
Oh yeah.
It's nice that they are. I mean, not nice for the people who bought the limited edition versions, like the Hangang, which is the green color limited edition. And the Clean Ocean, kind of the people who bought the Clean Ocean get snuffed because that dial keeps reappearing. But those dials, they're worth experiencing. They're really good.
Yeah.
Like the one on Keith's watch, and the 43 millimeter, 41.5 millimeter. That dial is just excellent. If you guys have a chance to take a look at it in person, wow, it's good.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah.
Are those indices the ones that are like kind of truncated at the end on this version, or is it like the full? Because I know like it looks in certain lights, it looks almost like they broke off, which is actually I think kind of cool. But
to me, they look kind of like waterfalls. Like like
Yeah.
the rocks between and then the water falling down the middle. So
that's a good way to describe it. Well, with the Clean Ocean, at least we have the red triangle on the bezel. I
Yes.
think that adds a lot to it, actually.
yeah,
They haven't replicated
Yeah.
that yet.
yeah.
But I know this has been talked about a lot, Torin, but do you have any concerns about the Caliber 400? I know there's the jumping hand and possible power reserve, whatnot.
Yeah, I've watched a number of reviews on it, and I think the one I liked the most, it was actually done by a watchmaker, and he kind of showed how the jumping. I mean, it makes sense like that. The jumping minute hand can be resolved by kind of like giving some backplay to the crown. It's just the way that I guess the wheels kind of like don't really like, or they kind of grind together when you're hacking it, and then if you backplay it, it'll work out fine. And it's actually just a quirk of the movement itself. I don't like how they originally said, or at least I think Bruce Williams mentioned, like the Oris literature was saying it's an artifact of having twin barrel architecture, which to me, like, that's kind of BS. But I think there's been enough reviews on it and enough literature now that I'm not too worried about the movement itself. And it does have industry-leading warranty, like 10 years on the warranty.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, I mean, the power reserve, I think, might be a little bit difficult because I hear like the automatic winding isn't that efficient, but like if you manually wind it like 220 turns, then you're good for 5 days. So.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Aquas, so I think everyone should at least see one in person.
Yeah, I did see it in person when it first came out, but Darren was there too, I think, right? We saw that, but it was true. Like I thought at the time, I was really concerned because I was like winding it for like a minute and nothing was happening really. Like it didn't even start up. I'm like, is this normal? But apparently it is.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's kind of a trade-off, right? Because like keeping the Saluda-based movement in it, it's like nice, at least in terms of reliability and downstream service.
Hmm.
But you're losing the power reserve for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's some complaints about the price, but also it's Oris. You're never going to buy it for that price.
Yeah.
When people compare it against Tudor, I mean, I understand why they're doing it because that's the price that they're saying it is. But Oris has gray market really drops, but even you could get a good discount. So
It's
For
true.
for now,
For now.
I don't
I
see
mean,
it
yeah,
changing soon.
compared-
But
What do you guys say for now?
It won't change soon, but
Mm,
it will change.
yeah.
I'd say that within 5 or so years, we're gonna see all discounts kind of dry up. Everyone's really
Mm.
tightening up. Even Oris, I find they're really tightening up production. So in the pre-owned market, there'll still be a good hit. So if you find one used, you'll probably be able to get a good deal. But discounts at the ED are probably going away, in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
If there even are ADs at that point.
I kind of see it as a good thing. I mean, the whole pricing thing. I mean, just tell me how much. Just tell me how much it is, and I'll pay it. If I know there's not going to be a discount, then I'll factor that into my decision. But all the pricing games, I hate dealing with it. I'm not a big negotiator, and I'd rather not have to.
Yeah. That's fair. It's funny because like the king of that comes to mind for me, and kind of what got me into watches is like Invicta, where you see like their MSRP of being like $700-800, and it's always
Oh,
on
yeah,
sale for like
Mhm.
$150-$100. So yeah, those type of marketing games are very deceptive.
It's like Winners and Marshalls over here in Canada.
Yeah. All right, we got Junior Johnson joining. How's it going, man? Thanks for joining the Friday night stream. Hope you have good weekend plans ahead. So maybe we can transition. I don't know if you guys have any more thoughts about just, like Father's Day gift or gift ideas in general for watch enthusiasts, but I kind of also wanted to talk a little bit about my first visit back to an authorized dealer in over 3 months, really. We've been in Ontario, we've been in lockdown for quite some time. And I don't know how Sanjay got in. Like, you probably just have like your authorized dealer. Probably you make an appointment, right? And you're there yourself. But it
Yeah,
wasn't
they open up like the conference room and
Right.
only me, like,
VIP access.
yeah, pretty much. Except I'm not a VIP, but they've known me for long enough that they just let me into the back room, and yeah, where they have all the precious stuff,
Mm.
which is nice of them, but
Yeah. Well, for me,
kind
I
of
don't know.
cheating.
Right.
I don't want to
Sorry.
speak for everyone, but for me, it's like I almost had like withdrawal symptoms of like it's refreshing because like for me, I've been purchasing a lot of watches, but it's all been online and never trying anything on or seeing the latest releases in person, right? So even before getting into being at the AD, just the mindset was kind of interesting. And I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but do you feel like you need to like dress up before you go to your authorized dealer or like wear one of your nicer timepieces, or can you just go in all casual? Sam, what do you think?
I personally, depends on where you're going, but usually I go in most of the time all casual. I don't care what they think. If you're gonna buy a watch from them, you're gonna buy one. Once you start talking, they know what's up. So, but I think definitely if you go to like some of the, more like higher echelon brands, let's say you drop into like a Vacheron, they have Vacheron, they have Lange. Dress up a little bit, and wear a serious timepiece so they actually know you mean business. But apart from that, usually I don't venture out there. I just, I'm happy where I am, so I'm just casually just going in. And like I as an example, I went into an IWC, not really a boutique. It had Patek Philippe IWC, and that the guy who was serving me, he was actually a watch enthusiast. He actually noticed the Larco. He was so impressed. He was actually so impressed. He was like, "Oh, is that a Larco? I know that." So you know, if they're watch enthusiasts, you win big as well. And when you see the watches that are on their wrists as well, some of these people, they aren't always going to wear those big brand watches. Because this guy was serving for Gerard Perregaux, and one of his dream watches, he wants to get, a Laureato. He mentioned it, but he was literally wearing a Seiko, I think a Cultura. He had the gold, So it shouldn't matter what's on the wrist most of the time. Look, I've never experienced high level of snobbery, but if I do go to, there's a shopping center called Chadstone. It's the largest in the Southern Hemisphere, and I went in there to the Omega boutique, and that's my first sense of snobbery. I go in, and as soon as I went in, I had a few friends. We're all casual, super casual. I'm wearing shorts, all casual. I'm probably wearing a shitter on the wrist as well. I go in. Do you know the rails where they block people from entering? They put that up to stop my friends from going in, and
Wow.
and then I was so sad, and they weren't even willing to show me the watches. But that was only that specific Omega boutique. Another Omega boutique, this person, she took me in for 30 minutes. She's explaining to me why the Mark II is amazing, like why the Speedy Mark II. Showed it, put it on your wrist, everything. So that's kind of my experience with authorized dealers, boutiques, and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, thanks for sharing your insight. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. You're right. I guess some places are hit and miss, but they really shouldn't be judging you before you even walk in. I know one person doesn't experience that. Sanjay, can you tell us about your VIP experience?
I generally just go to one AD. I think I found them about 2 years ago, and they've been so good to me. Like back then, I wouldn't have imagined, say about 2.5 years ago, I wouldn't have even imagined spending a significant amount of money on a watch. And they were like, "Hey, yeah, we have the Snowflake, here, come try it on, here." And I was like, "You're sure you want me to try it on? I'm never going to buy that thing." And I was like, no, come on, enjoy it. It's great. I see that Seiko on your wrist and I know you like this. And I was like, okay. And, so yeah, they were good to me, and I kind of stuck by them because of that. But generally I am kind of wearing a button down shirt because of work. Even when I come home, I think it's kind of like my uniform now because it's just easy for me to throw it on at the beginning of the day. So I don't notice much snobbery because of that. I think I don't know, but if I generally just wear what I want to wear when I go to my AD. If I go on a day off, which is rare, but if I do get to go on a day off, I'm just a t-shirt, polo, and jeans maybe, and I'll throw on whatever I'm feeling like wearing. So it could be like one of my cheapest watches, or maybe one more expensive one, but never really experienced anything bad. But yeah, it's pretty cool to be able to say, "Hey, can you free up some time for me today, this afternoon? I can get out of work a bit early." And they're like, "Yeah, come on in." And you walk in, you knock on the back door, and they open it up, and you just go sit down at this conference table, and they just bring trays of watches for you to take.
Sounds like heaven.
Yeah, it was really nice. But when I did get to go back to the regular AD experience this Monday, when I picked up the Necton, it was way better. I prefer that way more, because I walked in through the front door, and I was just like, "Oh, okay, breathe it all in. Let me look at all the watches. Where are the display cases?" So it was like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah. Dan was mentioning what I thought. Backdoor sounds shady.
It felt shady because you had to go through the back elevator up to their offices, and yeah. felt like I was doing something not so good.
They must have a brand. They
That's
must
that
not carry a
clandestine
brand.
luxury.
Do they carry a brand or not carry a brand that you wish they did? Since you only go to that one AD.
They
pretty much-
yeah. Cartier and Longines. They don't
Mm.
carry Longines. They don't carry Cartier,
Oh, okay.
which I wish they did. But
Mm.
they have they have Moser. They now have Chapek and Laurent Ferrier. So, way beyond my budget, but I get to
Mhm.
actually see them and hold them, which is cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we got to go sometime, Darren and Torin.
Yeah,
when you guys are-
I mean, honestly, like maybe in the next month or so, like when things open up, I really want to go down there. Like,
Yeah.
Love to check it out.
I'll make
yeah.
a day of it for sure.
yeah,
You
yeah,
and me
I'll treat
both,
guys
man.
to lunch.
Carpool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Darren and I will come together.
yeah.
What about you, Torin?
Yeah, so let me give you a bit of backstory because like for this particular one, I tend to want to dress up a little, and I tend to throw on a more more upscale timepiece. This is a local authorized dealer in London, Ontario, and they are a Rolex AD, as well as they just recently picked up Tudor. So that was my main intention. They also have some like mid-tier stuff. They got Tag Heuer, they got Tissot and Hamilton, stuff like that, but they're mainly known for Rolex and Tudor. So I threw on the Explorer, just like a button-down shirt. Made the appointment, walked in. It was kind of different because they were still doing appointment only. So like it's nice in a sense, like you're greeted at the door. They kind of, the security guard lets you in, you get sanitized, and then you walk through. But then there's hardly anyone else there, so there's not really many people competing for you. And I really just wanted. Well, I had two action items on my agenda. One was to see if they would actually take down my information to be put on a wait list for a no-date Submariner, which, like, funny enough, Random Rob released a video the day after of him picking up a no-date sub, which was like, that blew my mind.
Yeah.
So they were kind enough to take my information, and that was nice because I've honestly been, and Darren and I have been to the same AD, where it's like I'll ask to be put, like, not even necessarily for a Rolex. Like when the Black Bay 58 came out for the Tudor, I was like, can you like put me on the wait list or like want my information? And they're like, okay, but they never actually wrote anything down or did anything.
Yeah.
Like I could tell they weren't going to call. Like it was terrible. But here, it was pretty good. And I also wanted to check out some of the new Tudor releases, which surprisingly, I think they did have some. I'll try and share. I don't know if this is even going to show up. I took some like photos, which I'm not supposed to actually, but yeah. So they did have some newer Tudor releases. I mean, they have the 58 in blue there. I was surprised they had the P01, which isn't new, but like you don't see them too often. And what I was really surprised is they had the new Chrono in stock, but everything was on leather strap. They didn't have anything on bracelet really. They had the bronze, which looks pretty cool as well. So I just it was nice to try on the chronograph. I was actually surprised how comfortable it was. Surprisingly though, the leather strap was like it was on the last notch and it was tight to my wrist.
Oh wow!
Like if I was going to buy that, I would need to buy it on bracelet because it was a little larger. And that's a benefit of going to an authorized dealer, I find, because I probably could have just like maybe impulsively bought one online and it could have been on the strap and it would have been, too tight for my wrist.
Is that a thing? Do they tell you not to take pictures? Because that's a question I have. Like, I always want to take a picture of the watch on my wrist so I could look at it later and help me decide. But I always feel awkward. Like, is this okay? And I've never had anyone tell me no. So
I think it depends on the AD, really.
Yeah. I always ask for permission. I just say, hey, is it okay if I take a picture?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Some people don't like it. They think it might be like a security issue. Like you pretend to take a picture of your watch and then just
you're kind of panning around. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Dan mentions he had a terrible experience at a Breitling authorized dealer. Walked in wearing the Planet Ocean, and the guy said, "Time to upgrade that whole thing."
Well,
Really? I mean, the Planet Ocean kind of is an upgrade to most Breitlings, isn't it?
yeah, I'd say so.
So,
Yep.
yeah. I don't know. It's funny. It's also, I feel like sometimes if you walk into like a specific brand, like, they kind of have to imply that it's like, it's a notch above what you're going to be wearing typically to try and sell you on something.
Yeah, I mean, me, like, I'll just wear whatever I'm wearing, and I'll wear whatever watch I want to wear. And if they don't treat me just as good as anyone else, then I know that's a place I don't want to go. But I've never had a bet. I'm not at ADs a ton, but there's the one closest to me, which is the higher brands. But even like going to a Rolex AD, I mean, they've always been super nice. So I think they know, like, I remember I was looking for a Civic at a used BMW. It was a used Civic at a BMW location. And the salesman's like, "Hey, we want you to have a good experience. So you come back to us, later in life, maybe you're a little more successful, whatever the case is." He didn't use those words, but I feel the same for an AD. Like if I go in there walking, wearing my Hamilton, then, hey, maybe this is the first time I'm going to upgrade to a nicer watch. You don't know.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. It was interesting in my experience, like for my experience this week, because I went in and I knew I was just going to see if I could be on a wait list for a Rolex no date sub. Like I think wearing the Explorer definitely did help because the sales associate and the manager of the store also kind of picked it out, like noticed it right away. And also like they complimented me on the Explorer, and then of course the manager had a white gold Daytona on, so I'm like, yeah. That's pretty nice.
Plus,
But
looks are deceiving too. You
Yeah.
know, usually you judge how much people make by the kind of house that they have or whatever car that they have, what watch they're wearing. But a lot of times the people with money are the people in the modest houses and the modest cars, because that's how they were able to save that money up. So yeah, to judge someone on their look, I don't know if it's a respect thing, like if you're wearing nice clothes to be respectful in their shop, or to show that you're a more serious buyer. Yeah, I guess I don't know the reasoning behind that.
it's probably a bit of both, to be honest. Dan mentions my phone has 1,000 watch pictures. Yeah, so does mine.
Yeah.
More pictures than pictures of my family. Sorry, Darren.
It's all good.
And follow up, even if I was going to buy Breitling that day, his statement turned me off enough to never buy from him. Yeah, that's so true, right? Like being in sales, I feel like you should never like offend a potential buyer, right? Even purely based on their personal taste. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I really respect about my AD is like everyone there, at least the guys I deal with, they're real like watch guys. So like the main guy I speak to, his name is John. He has an insane collection. He doesn't sell anything, and he has an absolutely insane collection. Like puts everyone else's collections that I know, most people's collections that I know, to shame. And the other day, he was, excited to show me pictures of a couple of new watches that he got. So he brings it over his cell phone and he's showing me these pictures. And he's like, "Yeah, man, I just got some Vostoks." And he was showing me like the Vostok Commandeer skis that he just got, and he was so excited about them and talking about his Laco that he really loves. And that's so rare to find someone, a true watch enthusiast, who has Navi timers. Well, he'll be just as excited showing me his new Navi timer, which he did a couple of weeks ago. And just if you find an AD like that, or a watch salesman like that, you should try to support them and don't let them go, because watch guys are very rare.
It's true. And to further that, Sanjay, like you've had a very fruitful relationship too, because you've been able just to trade stuff in, right? Like they've been really, yeah. Like I wish I had an authorized dealer that would allow me to trade stuff in instead of me having to like flip it, on different watch forms or something. It would just take out the middleman.
Mm-hmm.
Taking out the middleman.
Well, I thought it was a weird comment. The last time I was at an AD, oh, do you need help? No, I'm just walking around. I look at like all the brands. I look at all the pre-owned, and I asked to see that spring Grand Seiko. I just wanted to see that watch. He's like, oh, you look like you know your stuff or whatever, but I'll tell you a little bit about this watch. I'm like, I'm just walking in looking at stuff. Why do you think I know what I'm doing? I don't know. I thought that was a weird comment.
It's like that flattery thing, right?
Yeah.
The watch could look horrible on you, but they'll say, "Oh, that looks great on you."
Right. Oh yeah.
Like one of my mistakes that we'll be talking about in the Bobby Legs, possibly in the Bobby Legs YouTube stream right after this, is a Tissot C-Star 1000 that I got early on in my collection, and I was like, this is really nice, but it's 44 millimeters, and I was like, no, it's not 44 millimeters. That's 42 millimeters. It looks great on you. And I was like, I'm pretty sure it's 44 millimeters. And it doesn't look good, but it worked because I thought it, after looking at it over and over again, I thought, hey, she thinks it looks good on me. Maybe I should get it. And I did get it. I shouldn't have got it.
Yeah, that's wild.
So that flattery thing, really, you never know if it'll work, right? It'll get you a sale.
Yeah. Like Dan says, whatever's in stock looks great according to the sales. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see once, like we stay in Ontario, once things open up a little bit more. If authorized dealers are kind of going to change the way or they improve their customer service or try and, what they'll do to retain customers. Mm-hmm. I've been getting a lot of emails, which is kind of like I never used to, and I don't even think I subscribe to them, but they'll send me updates pretty regularly from the authorized dealer now about, especially for Father's Day. Like for this Father's Day, I've gotten a lot of gift ideas from like watch winders to like gold necklaces and stuff too, which I don't know, kind of outside my scope, but.
You seem like a gold necklace kind of guy, Torin.
You think so?
Man, you got to probably put your Rolex and just
just put it beside my
stacks,
Rolex.
The watch for
a couple of gold teeth.
Get a grill. That's me, all right. I should have kept my. I did have my first Rolex was a two-tone, Datejust Turnograph. But it was too flashy for me. I'm more of a like a everyday tool watch type of guy. So unfortunately, I flipped it. But
that would have been beautiful.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know you at the time, Sanjay. Because 36 millimeters. Oh man, it was nice. Check out the review on my channel. It's in the archive.
That was a nice watch. It was at the first Watch Beat that Torin did that event, the Watch Beat in Ontario. And that was quite the crowd pleaser.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to start that up again too. So actually, Sanjay, if you're interested, maybe we can talk to you a little bit later about maybe doing like a watch enthusiast gathering for Watch Speed Ontario a little later in the summer.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Awesome. Well, we're getting close to the top of the hour. Well, we still got 10 minutes, so I want to respect everyone's time. I know there's another stream after this, so do you guys have anything planned special for Father's Day this weekend? Anything you want to share?
Barbecue tomorrow with the family.
Nice. Going to the farmer's market?
No, skipping it to celebrate Father's Day.
Nice. Do you have like a huge family? Like
No. It's just me and my brother. So it's my immediate family. And then both of our spouses and my mom and dad, and that's it.
Nice. What about you, Sam? Any
I'm
plan?
currently away from my family, so we'll,
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes. So yeah.
I can't remember if you've mentioned Sam or if you is okay talking about it. Why are you where you are right now?
I am in Newcastle, so well in New South Wales, and my family's currently in Victoria, Melbourne.
And then you said you like what's going to bring you back to your family? Because
So I,
it's not.
yeah,
Were you
yeah,
planning
no,
to be there for that long?
I'm currently my work is in Newcastle, so
Oh,
I work in Newcastle, so I'm obligated to be there. But every now and then I can fly back. It's only a 1.5 hour flight, so I can easily fly back. Meet up with the family. But yeah, due to COVID, yeah, there was a small, some restrictions.
oh yeah, okay.
So yeah, I've been actually been able to go in.
I got
Well, I
you.
have been able to go in. It's just that I can't go out. Is the thing. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to bring a bigger watch roll next time.
I'm tempted to buy a watch roll. Yeah. Honestly.
Although, do you appreciate your Laco and Casio more because you have to wear them so much, or is it like the opposite?
Honestly, so do you know the Laco? It originally came on a NATO strap, a really well done NATO strap, and I'm actually tempted to buy the Bark and Jack NATO. To be honest,
Oh yeah.
I've just
Oh,
heard
yeah.
so many good reviews that they're like, this is premium. This is like up to the, it's better than what you get from Amiga with their NATOs. I'm just like, I have to give it a go. And, it's a gray strap for a kind of, it works well on this bead blasted case. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm tempted. I'm tempted, really. Have I appreciated it more? I do, but I've also not dinged the hell out of the G-Shock. Yeah, it's a lot of scratches, but that's what it's meant to be,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Cool. How about you, Sanjay? Any big plans for the weekend?
Not really. Maybe maybe go to that shipwreck if we can.
Yeah.
I
Give
really
me a
like
text
your-
when you go because we're going to be down there tomorrow. That's why I'm not going to make your stream, unfortunately. But
Yeah. No, because I was hoping to take the kids there, maybe have a stream, if it's just me, just chat about a couple of stuff myself tomorrow, and just explore that shipwreck because I know my oldest would love to see that. So I didn't realize it was so easily accessible until I saw Bob's video. So that might be the plan. I'll let you know if I do go there. I'll let you know
please do.
like earlier in the day. That way, maybe we can get together too.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. And if you're interested, I'm just going to say this now. I find that this bracelet here on this Helios is more comfortable than the Tudor Black Bay 58.
Wow.
I know I'm going to get hate on it, but it's
I
a
believe
really
it.
good alternative. Like honestly,
Yeah,
I
it's-
believe you. That Black Bay 58 bracelet was a nightmare for me.
yeah. And the light play on this bracelet, just the way
It's
they
amazing.
it's angular in nature,
Mm.
it's quite enjoyable.
I am super tempted to get one of those, and I actually got an email from the guys. I think it was Jason from Helios, and they stated that they're going to be releasing on this store website Huckberry. They'll have a release. They're releasing kind of like a different color way with the Universa, and they're going to debut some of their models there. So look, I've been tempted over Helios. So yeah, it's an amazing bang for buck with that bracelet as well.
It really is. And I
Yeah.
like supporting the Canadian micro brand, so there you go.
Yeah, I feel like when I got my Laurier, it was like one of the first micro bands to use the flat links, and now more brands are doing it and better. Like the Helios bracelet is definitely a step up because it has like it has, I don't know the word is the edges. It's not just a flat link. It has the edges are kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Well, they're kind of like beveled, right?
Yeah, they're kind of beveled. Yeah.
at the sides.
Yeah,
And
makes
yeah,
it look-
the push button micro toolless
Mhm.
micro adjustment's great for comfort.
right. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
You'll bring the
All right.
Helios tomorrow, Torrin. I want to see
Yeah.
it.
No, it's it'll be down in Vineland. So
Nice.
all right, guys. Well, I really appreciate you joining the conversation. I do hope everyone has a great weekend. And yeah, I don't know if I have time to quickly plug everyone. Darren, you got anything coming up on your YouTube channel, Ride Paddle Repeat?
Sorry about that. Just as you said that, it cut out a bit.
Oh, I was
No.
just wondering, do you want to plug anything for your YouTube?
Oh yeah, thanks. Hopefully, well, definitely in July I'm gonna have some more content for canoe trips and some new trails I'm riding in Hydrocut. So thanks for that. I guess you can look out for there.
Okay, cool. Sam, anything new you're reviewing? Sands of Time?
Nothing new to review at the moment, unless I get something. So hopefully I do.
All right. Keith, anything with you?
Nothing for me.
All right. And Sanjay, I really liked your review of the 63 Mass with the Tudor Black Bay 58.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I don't have anything planned, but I do hope to review the two-tone Grand Seiko that I have. So maybe in the upcoming week or the week after.
Awesome. And I'll be doing a review of the Helios in the coming weeks too. So, and thanks for everyone in the chat for joining. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye for now.
So you
See you
Take
guys.
care. See ya.